Hey everyone! I hope you've all been having a wonderful week. This week I've been working on asset creation. I'm not very experienced with digital art, so if you have any suggestions, I'm all ears. I'd love to have original art for the game, but as I'm not very great at it, that might have to wait till down the road. I'll still fiddle around with it while I have some free time, but as I'm already in the process of studying accounting and pretty busy, learning an additional skill on top of writing dialogue, adding it to the game, and adding game mechanics, well, as a solo dev, everything will have its place and time. Good news though, I've been inspired and decided on a premise for the game. I've typed it out, so I'll read it to you now. A long, long time ago, Terra was abandoned by humans who left in search of a better tomorrow. Those humans discovered a world of magic and their civilization flourished. Back on Terra, without humans around, the raccoon population exploded. With new resources and no predators, they thrived in their own chaotic way. Decades later, the humans convinced the Magicians to move their planet closer to Terra, hoping to reclaim the benefit of their old home. It cost enormous magical energy, but they believed the expenditure would be worth it. The new proximity had an unexpected side effect. Terra didn't get any magic, but the raccoons did. They became sentient, and their lives changed forever. Centuries passed, and they built towns, tools, and they grew their society. But their government and finances were controlled by the Magicians, who claimed they lacked the knowledge to manage the planet. And the raccoons, of course, disagreed and they wanted respect and they wanted to take over and rule themselves. They thought, the Magicians had abandoned the planet and it belonged to them now, just coming back for resources that. They wanted the knowledge the humans took with them and, uh, well, um, right. An underground movement formed, and their mission was to infiltrate Magicia and learn the secrets of accounting. Power to rule the world is the secrets of money. By this time, I'm sure you've realized what the raccoon art is for. I spent an afternoon figuring out how to compile Aseprite just for this occasion. I have been asked if I had to rewrite any dialogue, but I don't think that's going to be an issue, as the MC is going to be in disguise on their secret mission to learn accounting. I've also done some opinion research around Reddit. I mean, I know there's lots of mixed opinions there, and there's lots of angry people. Anyways, some people said I could outsource the art, but as this is a personal project and it's very niche, I'm not sure I'd be able to offer any money for it. I don't know if it'll make much. And it's working around schedules, trying to get each other's creative ideas together. It might be a little difficult, but that's okay. I'm building this tool because I want to help everybody with their educational enrichment. It's one of the reasons I can't spend 10 years perfecting art either, because educational terms become outdated so quickly. By the time I finish the game, it'd be essentially useless. I do hope that the game gets attention. It's my dream to make more of these, especially once I graduate college and have more time. That all depends on how successful this one is, so I'm trying really hard to stay grounded. I absolutely love this project, and doing more is such a wonderful idea. I mean, after graduating from accounting, it'd be amazing to go learn coding and then just like spend years making accounting games about that help with the CPA exam, that help with all of the classes. And I mean, maybe even branch over to different educational topics. I mean, I'm interested in psychology and some other things. I mean, that'd be really cool. But again, have to stay grounded. Um, well, yeah, I mean, a little bit more about the game. My idea is that the main character, that you see them like they overhear one of the accountants on Terra. making a mistake out loud, and the MC is just like, well, that doesn't really sound like right to me. And then they get overheard, and then the underground, which is full of like super smart raccoons, um, overhears them and like meets them at their house, and they're like, come and join my movement. And on their team, I want to have like a tech genius who kind of repurposed like um, what's it called, the item capsule. So I have like item cubes in my game already, where you can store things like lessons or actual items. And I was just like, well, what if they took this like Magician technology and they repurposed it, because there's some tech genius, and there's already like golems in my body. So what if they in my body, in my game? So like, what if they had a golem body that looks really lifelike, and it's like almost impossible to tell that they're human. They're not human, and so they build that and then use the portal tech, not portal, but cap. Oh my goodness, item technology to be able to put space in there and have the raccoons like in there. And so you've got the MC, which is the brains, and then the tech genius who has to like maintain it. And then we've got our battle whiz, which I was thinking about incorporating battle of some kind, because originally I was inspired by an idea about how everybody is so angry about AI right now. Um, and I was just like, well, wouldn't it be cool if I added quizzes to my game when some of the answers are all wrong? And you'd always have the option to attack the quiz giver. And if you attack them and the answers really are all wrong, then it turned out that they were the AI, because AI is notorious for not giving right answers with they're not really not good for helping with accounting questions. I mean, they can generate a question, but don't ask them for the correct answer. But I figured that would also help for attention to building skills for attention to detail. And I was telling my friend about this idea, how I thought it'd be fun. And like, if you get it wrong and attack the wrong person, then you get to sent to something like quiz jail or something, and have to get a certain amount of questions right. And my friend was just like, oh, like the imposter could be like three raccoons in a trench coat. And I was like taking a shower then, and I really thought about it. I was like, raccoons, that sounds really fun, actually. And I got inspired by this idea, and I'm just like, um, and I was thinking that at the end, when you beat accounting and you win your like a certificate of having passed intermediate accounting 2, because that's what this one's about. Um, they take you home and they're like, well, now that we know accounting, we can take back the world. And then the main character's like, rule the world. If this is just an intermediate accountant too. I mean, how are we supposed to rule the world with that? There's a lot more. And then everyone's like, what? And then the game is over, and that gives the premise for the next game. I did think about having it not be kind of oppressive and have it be like, the raccoons are just thinking that they need to sneak onto Magikia and take all their knowledge, and that if they get caught, then nothing bad is actually going to happen. And then you've got like some comedic backstory where they're like, the Magicians are like, well, I don't know why they're doing this, but I assume it's some weird cultural thing, because they're just some quirky critters. Um, but I decided that if I kept that, then it would make the next game a little bit less, less, because I thought, if you're having to take the stuff, and I want to have stealth mechanics where the main character has to go, and they pretend they have to go to the bathroom off and on, so they have to go to the bathroom, and then all the raccoons jump out and they like kind of quiz you to make sure that you're up to speed with everything that's going on. And like maybe add some timing mechanics. I'm not so sure how to do that. I know I can do it, but timing mechanics to where there's like a knock on the door, and if someone pops in, then you get like a game over because you didn't answer the quizzes in time. Or if you get the quizzes wrong, then they send you back to Terra because you weren't good enough anymore. Some ideas like that, and that would be less serious and in the next game, and then players might be like, well, what's even the point? Now we know that there's no point in hiding in these, and I don't know. I think it just gives me a lot more fun game mechanics that I can kind of add in because I thought, well, if the sometimes when you attack the imposter, it'll be like other raccoons from other underground organizations because not all underground organizations are run the same or have the same ideals. And maybe add, I saw some plugins for RMMZ for a reputation meter, so maybe we could have like a suspicion meter that if your suspicion is lower than people. Well, I don't know. If the suspicion is lower and people add more quizzes for you, that might mean that you're not doing well, and then the quizzes will make it even harder and it might punish players that don't as well. But I mean, I kind of thought that a suspicion meter of some kind to add some sort of like maybe reward system if they're less suspicious, that might be better. But anyways, it can really add a lot, and there's a lot of fun things I thought about. And of course, the name for my game is the smartest Raccountant is a raccoon, because I thought that in Magikia, and sometimes when you attack them, they'll actually be people, and when they're people, they get dragged away and the uh, Magicians are like, well, they're like, I'm a human, and they're like, I don't care, you're just as bad as one of the raccoons. Now you are going to become a accountant, and accountants are what accountants are called on Terra. And of course, all the names for everything I might change as well. Um, but mostly just I really like puns and I like plays on words, so like I thought it would be really funny to name it Raccountant and Raccoon. Um, and but yeah, I thought it was really fun. I did mention the game premise to my um, son and my husband, and they were like, just be sure to know that some people will not be happy with the idea that you gave, and they explained why. And yeah, I didn't even think about that, and I'm sure those of you who thought about it, you know what I'm talking about. uh, I really was just thinking about raccoons being super cute, and online there's the how they have the dark around their eyes and they're tired. It's like a whole meme about raccoons being like tired office workers. So no, I didn't think about raccoons not knowing how to do oath money was bad in any way. But I did try to add the sci-fi elements to help mitigate some of the people that might think that it was anger inducing. Just like it's like they're a new species of sentience that just happened to be created through the proximity of a magical land. Oh, and if you guys have seen my previous videos where we go over the fairy section, I was also thinking that we could have the fairies actually know that you're a raccoon, but they aren't like the human magicians, and they don't really care that you're like a bunch of raccoons in a golem body, and maybe they'll just make some like cute little jokes and be kind. I don't know, but I thought that would be fun. Like maybe the main character would get all worried about it, but then it just turns out that they don't really care. And I think that might actually be kind of neat because the main head honcho I have of the um, whole accounting guild is a fairy. So um, essentially, you once you kind of figure that out and you kind of understand what kind of like person the head honcho is, you know that they don't actually really care. It's just like a speciest like thing. And I think it's mostly about like, knowledge is power and money is power. And the Magikians, of course, they wanted to go back to Terra because of the resources. And it's like accounting is about like assets and liabilities and whatnot. So like having a resource, I mean, it kind of makes it a little bit, it makes it quirky, gives me lots of comedic options, and like kind of gives it a storyline to kind of drive the player outside of just wanting to learn accounting. Um, I'm sure it would probably be fun just as a regular game, but I guess if you enjoy the story, then just play the game and learn some accounting. Uh, but yeah, I have lots of ideas. Anyways, thanks for supporting my dream, everyone. I hope you have a beautiful week, and deadlines are coming up on me fast, so I don't know how much I can work on the game this month. But rest assured, I'll complete this mission with all of the free time I can spare. I currently have 14 weeks left of my term, and I have three classes to finish, one of those being my intermediate accounting class that I'm in right now. I've been counting down the days and making sure that I'm spending the right amount of time on my classes. But this last section, I've been working on liabilities, and I haven't written any dialogue for it because I'm just like, okay, I need to study. And it's a lot. It's a lot of just tables and numbers, and it's awful. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to putting that one into gameplay because I think it'll help me understand it. Because I mean, this started as a study tool for myself, and it looks like I really need to study the liabilities better because it's just like a what the heck is that textbook? Okay. Anyways, if you want to support my game, be sure to like and subscribe. It makes me so happy to see those numbers go up. Skyrockets that motivation, And yeah, I guess just enjoy the rest of this video of me working on this raccoon very futilely because I really am not great at digital art. But yeah, anyways, later, guys.